Palia Kalan is a town at the Tarai border of Uttar Pradesh and Nepal. Just over 100 years ago, the history of this town was as obscure as its location. It was lush and marshy, rich in wildlife, and used as a popular hunting location. But it was only after 1908, when the British laid down the foundation of its first and only railway station, that the early settlers came in. They were the traders, but were soon outnumbered by Punjabis and eventually refugees who came from Pakistan to build a new life in this forgotten town in the middle of nowhere. It started with deforestation, and eventually, like all histories of civilization, a society came to thrive, bringing with it modernity and expansion, forever pushing the boundaries of existence. Today, Palia is the quintessential rural small town, full of rickshaws, by-lanes, fruit vendors, tractors and bullock carts that are often seen carrying sugarcane to the local factory. Education has become a strong point and a string of schools have cropped up. Besides that, there are clothes merchandising, carpentry, and street food that is loved by all. It is also home to the ingenious Tharu tribe that has been relocated from the jungle to the edges of the city and is still in the process of being socialized. On its thriving fringes is a beautiful forest range. 60% of the trees in it are sal trees. Named Dudhwa, this erstwhile hunting ground is now a national park. It was declared so in 1977. That evolved into a wildlife sanctuary in 1987 and eventually became a tiger reserve. Being one of a kind and the only tiger reserve in UP, Dudhwa attracts its fair share of visitors a year. It is home to a variety of migratory birds like the Bengal florican and the black-necked stork. It has a wild population that is uniquely its own. One-horned rhinoceros, tigers, gharials, bears, freshwater dolphins, tuskers, sambar deer all live here. After observing the slow depletion of natural resources, being a citizen of this town, I realized an alarming need for awareness amongst the locals. In order to get an insight into why people seem to care less about the forest and their history, I conducted a survey in the local schools and the town. I asked them questions about the forest, testing their knowledge on the subject and their association with it.
I won't get the time to talk to them, but I was thinking in my mind that something requirement is needed to do this and to improve it.
They just want that kill that animal if it is coming, or they didn't have so much awareness about protecting the animals.
Hunting and poaching is very common for people who are doing these things.
The people only know about these species are being protected by the law. They don't know about the endangered species, what are endangered species.
पहले से ही हमें उनको इन्फॉर्मेशन देनी चाहिए कि हाँ ऐसा होने जा रहा है, क्या लगने जा रहा है. तो जितने ज़्यादा लोग होंगे वो एक को बताएंगे तो एक दूसरे को बात जाएंगे ऐसे.
We should paste the posters in some areas that about this, and we should do rallies.
Lost in the race of existence, we often forget what we already have in our town is special. It brings us tourists and business. But if in our own responses we bring to the forefront the fact that we don't really care about what we have, how are we going to communicate and relate to these people who come here seeking nature? Jila Jungle aims to connect the people of this town to their roots and to make them proud of their hometown so that they can work together towards its sustainability. The campaign Jila Jungle began with an announcement that was made throughout Palia Kalan on the 18th and 19th of March. 2 days later, we started with a filmmaking workshop with children from different schools of Palia. The students were divided into groups and were given words selected from a brainstorming exercise they did. They were then asked to build stories around these words, which came out beautifully.
उस बच्चे से टकराता है जिस बच्चे की उसने चाय पी थी।
मैंने सोचा कि पलिया कितना बदल गया होगा। फिर उसको एक झटका आया। सभी यात्री नीचे उतरे और देखा कि बस का टायर गड्ढे में घुस गया है।
अचानक से लाइट ऑफ हुई, इतने में एक चोर आया और उसका सारा सामान चोरी करके बाहर निकला।
एक छोटा लड़का अपनी बूढ़ी माँ और 2 बड़ी बहनों के साथ रहता।
These stories were then combined and everybody worked together on a final script and storyboard that explained their journey and understanding of the campaign in the past 7-day film workshop. A street play workshop was also organized for the Tharu children in Palia. The aim of the street play was to instill a sense of pride for the town by reminding people how settlement started. It also aimed to tell them the importance of the town so that they are able to communicate with people who come to enjoy the beauty of this town. The next step was to deliver the message through street art. Announcements were made and posters put up for people to participate in an art competition to not only give ideas but also volunteer for the street art activity. After taking into consideration a few submissions, I decided to work on a wall that is located at the heart of Palia, on the main road. This specific activity brought with itself a lot of curiosity and attention.
ये अच्छा लग रहा है इसीलिए हम वहाँ से यहाँ देखने आए हैं इसको।
पलिया दुधवा नेशनल पार्क लगता है ये।
कहीं ना कहीं ये आपकी मुहिम लोगों के लिए एक सीख है और मैं चाहता हूँ कि अधिक से अधिक संख्या में आपसे लोग जुड़े और पलिया की अलग जो पहचान आपने बनाने की एक मुहिम छेड़ी है और उसको वो समझें।
मैं देख के समझ गया कि पूरा आपने अच्छा बनाया है।
ये चीज़ यहाँ पलिया में पहली बार बनी हुई है।
अभी तो फिलहाल बन रहा है लेकिन देखने में कुछ डिजाइन अलग किस्म का है।
सोचा है फोटो अच्छा लगता है।
जो चीज़ हम लोग एक्चुअली देख नहीं पाते वो इसके जरिए हम लोग देख पाए।
It was a new experience for everybody, not only the residents of Palia but the volunteers as well.
आज बना रही थी तब मुझे रोना आ रहा था कि मैं नहीं बना पाऊंगी खास, फिर मैगी जैसे बना दी।
फोटो देखकर तो मुश्किल लग रहा था।
सोच रही थी कि कर पाएंगे या नहीं।
बच्चों से हम लोगों ने बहुत कुछ सीखा कि कैसे करना चाहिए। अरे भाई पेड़ नहीं कर रहे हैं, कितना मन खुश होता था।
जब मैं हंसती थी तो सब हंसते थे।
Meanwhile, we also put different posters every day, stating facts about a few very important animals found in Dudhwa Tiger Reserve. When tourists come, they often expect to see these specific animals, and hence it was important for the locals to know what really exists in the jungle. The campaign received a lot of media attention, and stories were covered on television as well as local newspapers.
गुरप्रीत कौर जो कि दिल्ली के पर्ल एकेडमी इंस्टीट्यूट में रहकर मीडिया की पढ़ाई कर रही है। जीला जंगल के इस अभियान के जरिए लोगों को जंगल की अहमियत का एहसास दिलाने का कार्य किया जा रहा है। होनहार बेटी गुरप्रीत ने बताया कि वह दिल्ली में रहकर पढ़ाई कर रही है, लेकिन वह चाहती है कि पलिया शहर की पहचान किसी के नाम से ना हो। पलिया अपनी खूबी व हरियाली के लिए खुद पहचाना जाए।
The campaign was successful in its attempt to sensitize the locals about nature and wildlife, which was proved in an attempt to record the entire team working on the wall. When the camera was left alone on the street, two strangers decided to have a conversation right next to the camera, not knowing that the recording was on.
लगाया नहीं जाता है यार, तुम्हारा समझे में नहीं आ रहा, इंसान हो कौन हो। पहले के ज़माने में जब हम लोग बहुत छोटे छोटे थे तो पहले ये पूरा पलिया था, सब जंगल था, हर कहीं जंगल था। उसके बाद एक आदमी आया, वो कौन आया कौन नहीं आया उसी के बारे में बताया जा रहा। पहले जंगल था, एक छप्पर पड़ा था, चारों तरफ पता जंगल था, पेड़ उड़ थे। फिर धीरे धीरे आदमी बसा, धीरे धीरे आदमी बसने के बाद कैसा माहौल होता रहा, धीरे धीरे उसी तरीके से उसी का वो दिया जा रहा कि पहले क्या था, एक झोपड़ी बनी थी, चारों तरफ जंगल थे, खाली जानवर उम्र थे, धीरे धीरे अपना काम चलता रहा, उसी तरीके से होता रहा। उसी के चक्कर में ये एक प्रचार कर रहे हैं, बता रहे हैं कि उसी के माध्यम पर हम लोग चलें। पहले का माहौल क्या था, अब का माहौल क्या है, उसी के हिसाब से धीरे धीरे माहौल के हिसाब से बढ़ें, पुराना वक्त ना भूलें और नया वक्त याद रखें और सब कुछ चलते रहें।